Hey everyone, welcome back. It's actually blue sky in the city of Boston today, which I haven't seen in forever. Got a new quote for you guys to try and figure out. Everyone knows Arnie's quote, "I'll be back." But what about the "It's not a tumor"? What's that from? It's mostly again for you younger viewers. Just some fun stuff. So today I'm going to work on trying to get the front pieces taken care of. There's a curved front. I'll show you that in a little bit. And get the navigation lights, the bow lights situated. So you can see that I have these round sections up here. They're just a part of the bow. Ideally, I would love the contour of the deck to follow these round sections. So I got to figure out how to get that done, make it look good, and maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just figure something else out. I haven't really come up with a solution yet. I think it'd be easier if I just didn't do that. But that's what I'm going to figure out now. Okay. I know this is a weird angle, but it's the best I could do since I can't hold the camera. So I roughly have, you can't see the lines here, but roughly have where the transom support is underneath in the edge of the inside rails. So roughly that's where the transom's going to go for the trolling motor. So now I have to figure out where are these going to go. And I'm going to turn them upside down because of the wires, but I think I'm going to line up the backs along the line of the transom thing and then just figure out the distance off of here and here to come in. So the level here is marked and across where the center of the transom board is. So I'm going to figure out what distance in I want these from that point. Though you can't see it, there is a line here that is the edge of the inside of the underneath sideboard. If I put those in 10 inches each on the side here. Oh, sorry about that, folks. They're rocking sock'em robots with the camera. I have them here, and here. I think we're going to change it to 8 inches because that's a little close to the edge of what I wanted. Okay, let's make sure I mark the center line of that so I can know where to back them up to. Okay. Now I'm going to have to loosen up these boards so I can figure out where to drill the hole for the wire. Really? Really? Okay, let's hit the bow light button and hope it doesn't explode. Hey, look at that. I've got bow lights. Awesome. Okay, time to pull up all the decking and start the epoxy. Sounds like fun. Feels like I've done this part 20 times in the last few days. Time to vacuum. Once again, it's time to mix some epoxy. And I've got my favorite epoxy stirring stick. It's looking a little rough, but hey. Oh, let's put on some gloves. As I've learned from the past that this does not necessarily go smooth. And leave my skin with nothing on it, which is a pain in the butt. Getting epoxy on your skin is a pain to get rid of. Okay. Basically, anything that I didn't have already epoxied, especially on this substructure of the boat, is what I'm going to be doing right now. Time to do a lot of sanding. All the edges and back sides of all the lids I want to sand. And then the edges of all the deck pieces, mostly where the lids are going to go, but it's going to be a lot of sanding and, well, loud. After I'm done all this sanding, it'll be time to epoxy the back sides of all the deck pieces and the lids. I made a slight, small, minor change of idea. I'm going to be buying paint, marine paint, to paint the top of the deck. I think I'm going to paint the inside and outside of the doors that. So I'm not going to epoxy the doors. I am going to paint and prime them first. And then I will paint them over with the final marine paint that I'm thinking of. The deck pieces I'm going to still epoxy the underside because they're going to be hidden. But the inside of the doors will be seen at times. So I found this nice neutral, cream color. Should work good as a primer color. Won't overdo things, I don't think. Definitely won't shine through on anything else that gets put on here for paint in the future, i.e. my deck paint. Doing up the edges first on these pieces. Then I'll paint the back sides, let that dry, and see if I can get to the fronts today. I doubt it, but we'll see. You never know. You never know. Let me know when I'm having fun, will ya? Actually, I love working on this boat. Like I said in the past, it's been one of the most rewarding, most interesting projects I've ever done, and I'm only partway through it. Maybe halfway. So, question for you guys. You ever forget? Because I do. A lot. And I forgot to take care of one deck fitting thing before I finished up the deck fittings. I forgot one thing that might be nice to know where they're going and where they're going to be screwed in, and even for that matter how I'm going to screw them in or bolt them in. My casting chairs, because once the deck pieces are down and on the frame, they ain't ever coming up. So before I can epoxy the back side of them, I'm going to be putting several of them back onto the boat frame and figuring out where the heck my seats are going to go. I have the seats already. They're upstairs. They're actually old bar stools. But this is not supposed to be a premier boat. This is homemade. Secondly, it's being made on a budget. So the fact that I have used bar stools as my casting chairs, A, don't bother me a bit, and B, makes perfect sense. That side's all done. Now I just gotta let it dry so I can do the other side. By the way, you guys know the bag trick? If you know you're gonna paint again and use the same brush, stick it in a plastic bag, a Ziploc bag. Doesn't dry out. I've kept it that way for days, a week even before. No problem. Take it right back out. See the paint is still wet on it, and you can just go right ahead and paint again. I gotta go get one of my stools so that I can figure out where they're gonna go on the boat. So with the recent rains and no boat deck, my boat had filled up with some rainwater. So last night I had to tip it up. I did this with a come along, which I don't know if you can see from here. Right there. Right there. Hopefully 99.9% of it has drained at this point. First thing I'll be doing is lowering that down so that I can work on placing the deck chairs. Okay, let's lower this puppy down. It ain't a fast process. Hey everybody, just wanted to let you know that there was supposed to be more on today's recording than actually happened because the battery in this stupid camera keeps running out quickly. So I got a lot done. I will show you that the next time I'm out back and I have the camera running. So yesterday I got the undersides of the deck pieces epoxied and I figured out where the chairs are going, although no way for you to know where those are going because the camera wasn't on. Got to put the camera on to show you what I'm doing. Want the extension? Okay. Okay, what I need to do now is get this one secured, then I'll bring this back and put those two bolts in, which I can reach from underneath. So, to do that, I'm going to need to put down the marine adhesive. Anywhere this is going to touch. Well, as you can see, I have the back half done here, and that chair secured in, and tomorrow I'll be working on the front half. Hello everyone, good morning and welcome to another day here in Boston. And personally, I don't know what to do, because as you can see, for the first time I can remember in a long time, we have 3 straight nice days. I mean, the way this year's been going, that's amazing, and who knows. Okay, here's the plan for today. So I plan to put in the rest of the decking, obviously with the front chair attached. But the other thing is that, as we know, I've said this tons of times, this boat is not perfect, and the deck boards do not match up 100%. But I always knew that, and I was going to have to fill them in. Was looking online, and one of the recipes for filling in cracks in wood like this, joints, is a homemade recipe. It doesn't matter what your boat's made of. Wood, concrete, steel, aluminum, fiberglass, plastic, piecrete. There's a reference for you. Go look it up. It's going to flex no matter what. So I needed a crack filler that was somewhat flexible. Like I said, online I found a recipe. It calls for simple white glue, which I have a half gallon of, and sawdust, which I have a bleep load of. So just mix them together, fill in the cracks, and there you go. First thing I need to do, forgot to do it yesterday, tack down the outside edges. I'll get my trusty, crusty drill here. Plug that baby in. Put in a bit and drill some holes. Now to the other side. Time to work on getting the front casting chair tied to the deck boards. Put this baby down and get over here. Well, that wasn't what I wanted to do. I can tell you that much. I'll pull these two pieces in the chair up front, exposing where the subframe is that is going to get glue on it. And we'll get to the vehicle. Time to secure down these two pieces. From up here, it's looking like a real fishing vessel. The deck is totally laid down. Everything looks really nice. Still got a lot of work to do. Got to finish the deck, of course, and a lot of accessories, but I'm liking the way it's looking and can't wait to get back at it. Well, that's the end of this episode, so please like, comment, subscribe. I don't have any subscribers yet, and I really would like some for this channel. Anyways, may all your adventures be fun and safe.